Hey, hon. How's the new job going?
Nothing remarkable. The guy said that we were a cute family.
It was great meeting them. You've been talking them up for a while. Although a couple of them kept looking at me weird.
What do you mean they looked at you weird?
I don't know, it just felt like they were talking about me because they felt quiet when I got close. Then they just looked at me until I left. Greg, Tom, and Harry made me feel a bit uncomfortable.
Actually, it's funny you should point them out specifically.
Really? Why is that?
They were saying that Bree didn't really look like me. It got me thinking.
It got you thinking about what?
I know they're twins, but obviously they're fraternal twins. Greg pointed out that it's possible for two different men to fertilize eggs.
Wait, are you suggesting that I cheated on you?
They have a point.
That is ridiculous. I did not cheat on you.
Like you would say that you did.
Trevor, I have never cheated on you.
Then how do you explain the fact that she doesn't even have the same hair as us?
What?
It looks like you screwed around with someone who wasn't white, and you've been perfectly content to just let me raise someone else's kid.
Okay, this is not funny. I've never cheated on you. And I forgave you when I found out about your affair a couple of years after we married. Is this you trying to make yourself feel better?
How could I feel better if you went and screwed someone else?
I didn't! Where is this even coming from? You've never had a problem with her tanner-looking skin before now.
Sometimes it takes someone outside pointing out the problems. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it.
There is nothing for you to see!
I want a DNA test.
Are you kidding me?
No. If you're willing to do the test, I'll know that you didn't cheat on me.
So you'll stop this nonsense if I agree?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get the test done. But I want you to stop listening to the airheads who work with you. Clearly, they're gonna be a problem for us.
They're co-workers, and they have my best interest in mind.
They're turning you against your wife, Trevor. How is that your best interest?
You turned me against you by making me raise some lazy man's child.
Both of the children are your children. Suggesting otherwise is insulting to them and me.
We'll see when the test results come back.
I expect a full apology when you see that Bree is yours.
Don't hold your breath. Clearly she's not mine.
The results came back.
I was right.
No, you weren't. Here are the results. As you can see, Bree is 99.9999998% likely to be your child.
I don't believe it.
What?
Clearly you faked the results.
Are you kidding me? You said when the results came back that you would stop with this nonsense.
It's not nonsense. The guys were right. You're just some backstabbing who expects me to just accept whatever you say.
Why are you acting like this? I always thought we had a great relationship.
Until you tried to hide your love child from me acting like she's mine. I mean, look at Bree. We both have blonde hair. Her hair is pretty curly and red.
Your mom has curly hair.
But it isn't red, it's dark brown. And Bree's skin is so much lighter than Ben's skin.
She's only slightly lighter than my mom's skin, though.
Given how pale we both are, it makes no sense for her to be so different.
Trevor, I did what you asked. You have the DNA test. I don't know what else to tell you.
I want you and your little bastard out of my house before I get home.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. The guys have already said they'll come with me to make sure you get out of my house.
So you're just gonna throw away 9 years of marriage?
I'm not gonna raise someone else's kid. Especially since you won't acknowledge the affair you obviously had with some redhead.
What else can I do to prove to you that both of the twins are yours?
I want another test.
No!
You asked and I told you. I'll handle everything this time because you clearly manipulated the results. I have no idea how you managed it, but there's no way she's mine.
So you think that I'm an evil genius who can fake DNA test results?
Don't flatter yourself. I figured you out.
I'm not even gonna have this discussion with you.
I expect you to be out when I get there.
Mom, I really need some help.
What's wrong?
Trevor's accused me of having an affair and refuses to believe that Bree is his daughter.
What?
He says that she looks like someone else's child, even though I got a DNA test that shows she is his.
You should not have gotten the test. But since you did, how can he still refuse it?
He claims that I manipulated the results.
What about Ben? Is he saying the same thing about his son?
No, he says that Ben looks like him. He's singling out Bree.
How dare he? I'm gonna get a flight out there and we'll get all three of you somewhere else for the time being.
I don't want to just give up on Trevor, Mom.
I understand, honey, but this is really bizarre. How does he act around Bree?
He's been a lot colder with her. When putting them to bed for the last few days, he refuses to read to her.
What an a-hole!
Please, Mom. I know you never cared much for him, but we've been together for a really long time.
You should have dumped him after he cheated on you.
Please don't start that now.
I bet he's found someone else he wants to sleep with and he's just trying to make you look bad to justify cheating again.
Mom, that's horrible to say.
You should face the fact that he's not a good man, and he does not deserve you and your babies.
Please stop. He wasn't the one who thought it first, okay?
How is that better?
3 of his cop friends brought up how much different she looks. They were the ones who said she looked like she wasn't white.
What?
Once they said something, he started listening to them.
So he listens to some guys who have no idea what he's done to you? He doesn't listen to you?
Please, I really don't want to go into it.
Since he's become unnecessarily relevant, your great-grandmother had bright red hair.
What?
Yes, your great-grandmother died in childbirth, so there are no pictures, but she was Scottish and her hair was a brilliant red. Your great-great-grandfather remarried years later and they raised the child together.
So you think that's why she looks significantly different from her brother?
They're fraternal twins, that's why they look so different.
Okay, I'll try to explain that to Trevor.
I'm sending money to you now. Go get yourself somewhere safe for now. I don't want you and my grandbabies anywhere near that reprobate.
Okay, I'll leave for now. Mostly because his behavior is hurting the kids.
I can imagine Ben is just as confused as Bree.
He is. Thanks, Mom.
Always, honey. Where are you?
I left since you told me to. Then threatened to bring other cops around to harass me and my children.
Stop with your drama. They weren't gonna do anything to my son.
Oh wow, good to know that they draw the line at scaring a boy but don't care what happens to the girl.
This isn't about gender.
Yes, it is. If you hadn't noticed, Ben's hair is strawberry blonde. It's got red in it.
No, this is about you cheating on me. Stop gaslighting me and claiming my son has red hair. It's clearly blonde.
I didn't cheat on you, Trevor. And you're a fool.
If that were true, you wouldn't have a problem getting a DNA test.
I already did.
Yeah, but I want one that you didn't manipulate.
I talked to my mom, and she said, by the way, that my great-grandmother had bright red hair.
Oh, right, because that was never important before now. Suddenly, surprise! You have red hair in the family. Never mind that no one has had it for several generations.
It was never relevant before, and you know it.
It's a little too convenient that this is the case now. I mean, why wouldn't you have found out about it sooner?
So I should have told you the hair color of everyone in my family going back generations? Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? I don't think I even know you.
Clearly I don't know you, so that seems fair.
Fine. I'll get another DNA test. You will handle everything, and when it comes back that she is your child again, I'm divorcing you.
I already want a divorce from you after what you did.
Good. I'll get a lawyer, and we'll get the process started.
Great. Now bring my son back home.
Not happening.
He's my son.
He's really upset with the way you treated his sister.
She's only his half-sister. Someday he'll understand. And I don't want him growing up with some mongrel child.
You are absolutely disgusting.
You're the one who's disgusting. Cheating on your husband and lying about it?
Wow. Projecting much? You are the cheater. And the only reason I know that is because I caught you and your mistress in the act in my bed.
It was our bed. And you said you wouldn't use it against me. Clearly another lie since you're using that against me now.
You're calling me a cheater, so it is entirely relevant. You're the only one who has cheated in this relationship.
Whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna get the DNA test done. In the meantime, I'm getting my son back.
No, you aren't. I already started the process to make sure that I get to keep the twins together.
What?
You aren't splitting up my children just because you're an insecure jerk.
I won't let my son live with that thing.
Keep digging that hole, Trevor. This time I'm not gonna pull you out of it.
The boys and I are gonna come find you. Then we will make you give me my son back.
Good luck with that.
We have all of the resources in the world. You can't hide.
Let me know when you want to meet up to get the sample from Bree. Until then, we're safely out of your reach.
You can't take my son away from me.
Tell that to the judge.
Greg, I need your help. Is that wretch of a wife giving you more problems? Yeah, she ran off with my son. We'll fix that. Give me a few minutes and the guys and I will be on the way. Thanks, Greg. Anything to help you during this hard time. I can't believe your wife would do that to you, dude. I'm sorry that you ended up marrying such a horrible woman. Cheating on you and getting pregnant. I think she was trying to get back at me for cheating on her. What she did was so much worse. She slept with someone, probably trying to get pregnant to make you look like a fool. She's very calculating. I wouldn't put that kind of thing past her. Just because I slept with a woman who bullied her back in high school. Psst, women, I tell you. They're just the worst. Only good for making babies and cleaning houses. I hear that. Once I ditch this one, I'm gonna find a young woman and make sure to keep her in line. Haha, it's the only way to keep a woman acting properly. When they get older, they always think they should be treated like an equal. Right? It's ridiculous. The man is the one in charge. Damn straight. Thanks, Greg. I'm feeling better already. No problem, man. I want to make sure we get justice for you and your son. Before he starts thinking that he should have anything to do with that monster and her mongrel child. Hell yeah. We'll save my son from those two monsters. I'm on my way. Tom is running some checks on the system to locate your wife, and Harry's already going to a couple of places to find her. Thanks, Greg. Seriously, I really owe you guys. As long as you get away from her and save your son, that's all we want. Man, I'm so lucky to have gotten this job. Oh yeah, make sure to wear your uniform. That should make people listen. Is that okay if we're off duty? Who cares? No one's gonna find out. Okay, I'm ready when you get here. See you soon. I demand to see my son.
Oh, hi, Trevor. Are you ready for the DNA test now?
First, I want my son back.
You have the court order. Now it's time for the test. I'm okay with you doing your own, but now the court will conduct their own.
What? Why?
Don't worry about it. Besides, getting 3 DNA tests ought to show you that Bree is your biological daughter.
Sure. Keep spouting that nonsense. I don't believe it.
That's fine.
So you admit it?
That she's your biological daughter? Yeah, I've been saying that the whole time.
No, you just admitted that she's not mine.
I can't believe that I ever thought you were a good guy. I never should have taken you back.
Admit that this was all just a way of getting back at me. That you planned the pregnancy to make me look stupid.
Wow, you're delusional now, aren't you?
No, I'm seeing things clearly now.
Do you have any idea how astronomically unlikely it is that I would have 2 eggs fertilized at the same time by 2 different men?
I don't care. Somewhere you managed it.
The mental gymnastics that you have to do to justify being a horrible husband, father, and person are astounding.
I'm far too good to be with some cheating, lying woman who refuses to admit what she did. And I really hate that your little bastard has bonded with me. I feel so dirty.
See you at the courthouse, loser. Oh, and I should tell you that I downloaded all of your conversations from your phone. Those will be coming up at the hearing.
You what?
Yeah, I plan to protect both of my children from you. Looks like your boys are gonna be getting into trouble too.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't want to ruin the surprise. See you soon.
Wait, what do you mean? Kendall! Hi, Kendall.
You're supposed to talk to my lawyer.
I just wanted to apologize.
Don't bother. It doesn't mean anything coming from you anymore.
I'm so sorry. I want to see my kids.
That's something we'll work out in court.
But I believe you now. I have confirmation that Bree is mine, and I want to make things right.
No. After the way you treated her, there is no chance that I'm gonna give you a chance to hurt her again.
You have to. She's my flesh and blood.
It's not been that long since you called her all kinds of horrible names. You even called her one of those names in the courthouse. Thanks for that, by the way.
I didn't mean it.
You absolutely did mean it. Even the judge knew that you meant it. Why do you think that the judge immediately put out a protective order for her against you?
Of course the judge did. She's a woman. She's entirely biased.
Wow, keep it up, Trevor. I'm sure the judge will love to see just how far your misogyny runs.
If she believes that BS, I'll demand that she recuse herself. That's gender bias.
Well, since you are introducing your misogyny into the process, it's gonna be hard for anyone with a brain to miss it. Besides, you're accusing her of being unprofessional. She's far more measured than the media who have picked up on the case.
It's not fair. They're all making me look terrible.
Oh, Trevor, you don't need help with that. They're just reporting on what you and your buddies have said and done.
It's slander.
You go ahead and try to sell that idea. Just make sure you can cover your child support.
You can't do this to me.
I gave you a chance. I submitted to the first DNA test, but there was no way to save you from yourself and those fools you're listening to.
They're my friends.
And I'm your wife. And I've gone through so much with you, but apparently that doesn't mean anything to you. What matters are the ridiculous opinions and bias of your coworkers. I hope they make you happy going forward, because I'm not giving you another chance.
You have to. I'm your husband.
Not for much longer. Thanks for all the help proving you aren't a good husband or father.
But you love me.
I'll get over it. After all, you clearly stopped loving me.
No, I do love you. I've always loved you. You're the only woman for me.
What about Sheila?
What? Who's Sheila?
The woman you started sleeping with after you accused me of cheating on you?
I haven't been with anyone else.
Funny, your friends were joking about it at work. A couple of the guys recorded it too. You know, police who are actually good people.
She didn't mean anything to me.
Apparently, I don't mean anything to you either. I already told you, if you ever cheated on me again, it was over. I took you back once. You aren't worth it.
But I thought you cheated on me. I never should have listened to the other guys.
We agree on that. But the fact that you did, then used it to cheat on me again. I'm done with you. Contact my lawyer going forward.
You can't keep my children from me.
I'm not. It's up to the courts.
Kendall, please. Give me another chance. I swear I'll treat you like a queen.
Wow. You don't even have any different lines from the last time. Good luck, Trevor. You're going to need it.
You got me and my friends fired?
Nope, you did that all on your own. You guys did a bunch of illegal stuff, so of course you got fired.
You're ruining my life!
Oh, sweetie, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Is that a threat?
Nope, it's a warning.
I'm gonna let them know that you're threatening me. Two can play this game.
It's nice that you aren't trying to win me back. At least you aren't lying about that anymore.
How can you ruin my life like this? Did you ever love me?
You accused me of cheating on you, called my daughter all kinds of horrible names, and terrified my son. And you blame me for this?
Of course. All of this is your fault. If you would have just agreed to the second test, I would have realized that you weren't lying.
I shouldn't have had to repeatedly prove myself to you. I'm not the one who cheated, and I didn't lie to you.
I already said that some of that was my fault. What else am I supposed to do?
Admit that it was all your fault. And then accept that the position you're in is entirely your fault.
It's both of our faults. You could have been more understanding of my position.
No, I humored you for the first test. And my mother was right. I should have dumped you then. At least trying to make it work a bit longer ensures I have everything I need to get me and the kids as far away from you as possible.
There are police outside. Why are there police? I've already been fired.
I would imagine you're being arrested for abuse of power. What you guys did were actual crimes.
Are you kidding me?
Good luck. I hear that they don't like former cops in jail or prison.
Kendall, you have to help me.
The only thing I have to do is save my children from a horrible person. By the time you're out, I'm gonna be gone.
You can't do this to me.
After everything you've put me through, I won't let you hurt my children any further. Good luck, and never contact me again. Trevor and his cop buddies were arrested and sentenced to between 2 and 7 years in prison because of what they did. Greg, Tom, and Harry had gotten accustomed to using police resources to track and stalk women, and that was uncovered thanks to what happened to Kendall. Trevor got the lightest sentence and he served 2 years. When he was released, he moved back to his hometown outside of the city. However, he had to live with some of his high school friends because his parents had disowned him. Even his friends found him to be difficult to work with after his time in the city because Trevor wouldn't stop talking down to them. He also hit on their wives and made rude comments about their daughters. Eventually, he moved out of town, and it was rumored that he was living with Harry, who had been released from prison too. Immediately after the ruling, I moved my twins in with my mother. She was very caring and loving, and she did a lot to help them feel safer. After everything I went through, I started writing articles about what happened. Over time, the articles attracted a lot of attention, and I was able to make a career out of helping others in bad situations. 2 years after my divorce, I was able to buy my own house, giving my children each their own rooms. When I travel to do speaking engagements, I take them with me, and they're learning a lot about the world, and we're all loving it.